everyone, my name is Michael and I'm currently studying computer science in the EST, and today I'm going to share some of my understanding about ESTs in Morocco, and we're going to be specifically talking about computer science in the EST. So with me in the presentation, I'll talk about the purposes of ESTs, and then I'm going to list the cities that, some of the common cities that have the ESTs in Morocco, then the duration of studies in the EST, and then we'll talk about computer science in general, and then we'll conclude. So the purpose of the ESTs, the ESTs were mainly created to train multi-skilled, superior technicians, highly qualified and immediately operational just after completing, to collaborate with engineers and managers. The training is largely geared towards the work industry. That is why most of its programs offered are mainly concerned with meeting the requirements of the work industry. With me here is some of the cities that have the ESTs, and I just picked common cities where you are likely to be sent, and these include Agadir, Casablanca, Rabat, Fez, Meknes, and Rashid. The duration of studies in the EST is 2 academic years. The first year consists of 32 weeks of learning, followed by 4 weeks of internship in the industry. And then the second year also spans 36 weeks with 8 weeks of internship. The computer science in the EST, the first year, known as the Tronc Commune, consists of 8 modules divided into 20 to 24 elements or subjects, and each semester consists of 4 modules with 10 to 12 elements or subjects. The second year is a year of specialization, and it also consists of 8 modules, which by each semester there are about 10 to 12 elements. So some of the advantages of going through the EST is that nearly everything in the EST is practical. What does it mean? Most of the work you'll be doing is practical, unlike to other schools where you do much of the theory and you neglect the practical, but here we do much of the practical compared to the theory. Then the focus of most of the modules is on what you find in the work industry. So like I stated on the purpose of the EST, the focus of the modules here is what exactly you find in the real world when you go out there. That's why at each and every at the end of each and every academic year, we are expected to do internship in order to put what we are learning into practice. Then there is exposure to the real world through internships. So if you are going to do a bachelor's degree, for instance, you have 2 years of learning, doing internship at the end of each academic year, and if you do your bachelor's degree in your 3rd year, you also do internship, which means you have like 3 years of exposure to the real world work. And like other schools where you do your internship only in the final year, which is kind of, like you have less exposure. And some of the disadvantages of going through the EST is that AMS stops paying your stipend just at the end of your 2 years. After you're done with the EST, AMS no longer pays your stipend. Even if you want to continue your studies, AMS no longer pays for that. Then you also have kind of limited options after 2 years. What do I mean? If you go through the EST, you are going into a particular field and you'll be learning subjects of that particular field. Let's say you go into computer science, you only be learning things that are related to computer science, unlike other schools where you have to learn all the fundamentals of engineering so that you can go into any field of engineering you want into the 3rd year. It's not like that. Here if you get into your computer science, if you get into computer science in your first year, you'll be learning only things that are concerned with computer science. And after your 2 years, you have no you have limited options. That means you can only, if you want to continue your studies, you can only go into computer science related field. You can't go into any other engineering field like electrical, mechanical. So there you only have to go into the particular field that you started first. So that's what I meant by limited options. Then validating a semester or a year and compensation, as earlier explained in the video, I think the introduction video. For us, the module to be considered validated, it has to be at least 12 out of 20 and above. So it's not 10, but it's 12 out of 20 and above for us. And then compensation also exists, just like it was explained earlier, so I'll not talk about it. Then the national entrance exams to license or the degree program or engineer data or state engineer. So each school has its own requirements. Therefore, this is kind of dependent upon the school you want to go to. And this happens after you are done with your 2 years and you'd love to continue your studies. There is always a national exam or what we call a concours in order to access other schools for a degree program or state engineer. I'm sure state engineer people are going to talk about this. So some of the common things that I found among schools is that the general average of the 3 semesters that is in your in the EST, if you want to access the national exam, you have to have at least an average of 13.5 and above. So this is one of the requirements, but requirements differ with the kind of school you want to go to. Then the certificates or the diplomas you acquire in the EST. So after 2 years of studying, you are given what we call a diploma on Génie Informatique. That's if you are studying computer science. And this diploma is equivalent to a Zambian diploma for 2 years. And then if you continue with your with a degree in the EST, which is after you write your concours and you pass and you continue with 1 year license, you get a certificate or a degree known as license profession. I tried to translate this, and it's professional license in software engineering, which is like a degree in software engineering and advanced administration of computer systems and networks. That's if you are going with the EST Casablanca specifically. But there are other specializations out there in other ESTs that offer Génie Informatique or computer science. And then just to talk a little bit about the new system, I don't know if ESTs are going to still have license, because that's not their purpose. They were mainly built just for a 2-year program to train students, like I mentioned earlier in the purpose. So in the new system, I don't think they are going to continue with the bachelor's degrees. So that means you can only do 2 years in the EST, perhaps, yeah, and then write your concours to access bachelor's degree, which has just been introduced, maybe in the faculties, wherever it will exist. So let's talk about some of the computer science career paths that we have. So I tried to categorize this into 3 groups, and the first one is data, and under data we have you can become a software engineer. These are career paths. You can become a software engineer, you can become a web developer, you can become a data engineer, a data scientist, someone who's you can study business intelligence, and you can study machine learning, specialize in AI, that's artificial intelligence. Then on the networking part, you can become a network administrator, a database administrator, telecommunications engineer, or a network architect. Then for the information security, you can become a cybersecurity engineer, penetration tester, ethical hacker. But after you're done with your bachelor's degree, you have like a general computer science degree. These career paths exist wherever you decide to work from. Like, you have a computer science degree, you can apply for any of the jobs that you want among these that I've listed. And for your masters, if you want to specialize, there is a master's general, where like a general masters, where it's not a specialized master. That means you just have a master's in computer science, or you can have a professional master's, or what we call master's specialisé, where you can specialize in any of the field you see right now. So in conclusion, I would just love to point out some few points. That computer science is one of the most growing industry in the world, as the world is becoming connected each and every day, and nearly everything is being put online. We have businesses, we talk of the health sector, you talk of the agriculture sector, so it's found in nearly all the sectors that have to do with computers and information and data. So it's a very broad career, and you enjoy doing it. The other point is also that it's very competitive, because like people who are not even having degrees in computer science can work as well, just through self-taught skills, through boot camps. Boot camps. So when you enter into this career path, it's very important even to develop your personal skills as you are preparing yourself for a job or for work or whatever you want to do. I hope you've got enough information about the ESTs in Morocco and computer science. If you still have more questions, feel free to contact me. My Facebook page, my Facebook username is Kabwe Michael, and I'll give you my line. Feel free to ask any senior who's closer by, or people who know me. They will give you my contacts, and we can talk if you are interested. So good luck, and I hope you got something.